mistake, so I'm gonna load this save state without anything here to save. So well, I'm gonna make the countdown from 3. So 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, since this is with good sense, I'm not gonna skip any of this, so I hope that you can understand what I'm gonna do right now.
Hey, let's start the game!
And yes, let's start the game. So please put attention to this wonderful good sense, and just in case I'm gonna explain after then what is happening already.
Ah, Pepsi Man, you got here just at the perfect time. I got a call that a vending machine ahead ran out of Pepsi, and I was just on my way there when I got a flat tire. There are a bunch of people gathered in front of the vending machine. They want Pepsi, and the word is that they're just about to riot. I plan to head over there as soon as I can fix this flat, but it looks like it's gonna take some time. Can't you do something, Pepsi Man?
And well, now we enter with this first cutscene of all the game, so I'm gonna try to resume what I have just saw in a while. Well, not just like right now, or what I have just saw right now for a little time, but what I'm saying, you know, English and language, so in few words, the only vending machine for Pepsi run out of Pepsis, and the only truck of Pepsi in all the city got a flat tire. So since they don't know how many times they're gonna take to replace the tire, Pepsiman needs to go and give some Pepsi to the people who want a Pepsi, obviously. So I'm gonna talk about the history of this game. Since you know, Japan, maybe for everything, has a kind of mascot. This is the Japanese mascot of Pepsi, which is Pepsiman, a kind of superhero that just go to help the people to give them some Pepsi when they are thirsty. But at the end, he just got into one unintentional problem. So since this is any person and any person run, I need to go as fast as possible in the game, trying to avoid all the Pepsi cans that I can, because if I gain at least one Pepsi can, or while I gaining more Pepsi cans, obviously in this case the game's gonna take more time to take me to the next stage, because it makes a kind of counting. It has a counter about how many Pepsi cans you have catched. Every stage has like 100 of them. Maybe on next stages I'm gonna catch some extra Pepsis, because okay, that was bad. Never mind. And okay, I think I remember. So this next stages I'm gonna try to catch some extra Pepsi, because when I finish the stage, as you saw, there's a counter about how many Pepsi cans I've get, and for every 25 Pepsi cans I'm gonna gain some extra lives. So for marathon purposes, I'm gonna try to save another. I'm gonna try to gain some extra lives, because the game, it's not so hard, but sometimes it can be a bit tricky and a bit troll to complete. And that's the good part, that if you get a game over screen, it's that the game allows you to continue on the stage you have died. So we don't want that it happens, because obviously we're gonna have to stay a huge amount of time. Maybe I'm gonna do a kind of game over abuse, making that I use all my laps just in case that the run is gonna be bad. And for example, if I start one stage and I have just one life and all that kind of stuff, but fortunately anything of that's gonna happen. And when you all Pepsi can runs, well, that's 100%. And for now I'm practicing that category. Maybe in the future I'm gonna for marathon, but that's not the point here. So the difference between any person and 100%, well, I'm gonna explain that as well. So now this is the first boss battle that we can consider about the game. And yes, as you can see, I cannot go sideways in order to be safe, and if I got hit, obviously that's gonna happen. That well, on these boss battles I have 3 opportunities to keep alive. So if I receive a hit, I'm gonna be more closer to the boss of these stages, and obviously if I get hit 3 times, that's gonna mean that I'm gonna lose a life because Pepsiman is gonna be so close to the boss. And something bad about getting hit is because it's that since you get more closer to the boss, you have less time to react about which elements are on the screen in order to avoid them. So, as I was saying before, and the difference between the categories is that any percent you need to go as fast as possible, 100% you need to catch all Pepsi cans. That's the only difference between the categories of the game.
You're doing pretty good.
Obviously that I'm doing pretty good. Thank you, dude, for remembering me that. I appreciate it a lot.
Have a Pepsi.
I love Pepsi too. And
Next stage.
it's time to go to the next stage. And I hope, people, that you are with a Pepsi can in your hands or with a Pepsi bottle, because this is gonna be something hilarious. Now it's time to move to the second stage and time to hear this cute sound.
Pepsi Man! There's a building on fire just ahead. We need to get there immediately, but look what's happened! According to reports I have heard, they got the fire under control, but there are some people that couldn't escape fast enough and are trapped on the roof. They are extremely exhausted, and it doesn't seem likely that we can get first aid to them in time. Can't you give them something to help revive them, Pepsi Man?
And again, to resume this, there's a building on fire, fire's under control, people cannot be rescued for now, so Pepsi Man needs to go and make that these people calm down a bit. And yes, it's a very deep history that has. So, getting back again to the history of this game, this was released in Japan in 1999 as an exclusive title for the country and also for the PlayStation. And something curious is that this game was received with very bad critics there. It hasn't sold very well, but at least has a childhood history. I can say, well, we know that Carlos is not something good, but for a 4-year-old kid that doesn't take care of their days. It was common that when I was a kid, if you get a PlayStation here from Latin America, obviously that PlayStation is going to have a mod chip, so thanks to the piracy, this game was very well known in Latin America, so popular to date. Which makes it good because the game was well received in Latin America when the game wasn't released officially here. And in Japan, the game hasn't sold anything good. And also something that you can notice about the cute sense is the good English that it's the Japanese English that the game has. And if you're wondering why the voice acting is so bad, let me tell you something. It's so bad because the director's game wanted that the voice actor work as poorly as possible. And also, as you can see, there are different stages and that has 3 scenes. First 2 scenes are regular stages we can consider, and the third scene is a boss fight. And what happened here? So you have to, guys, you don't need to do all the stuff that Pepsiman is doing. It's because it's something dangerous. And well, the game has in total 4 stages. Each stage has 3 scenes. So the game is so short, unfortunately. It's not so long. Or maybe it's bad that it's so short if you are a big fan of Pepsi and also Pepsiman. And well, the movement techniques is not something important. There's anything important that I need to say about it. I just need to move left, right, and in this case I jump with the cross button, and I press the up button, the up button on the D-pad, and also the square button in order to make a kind of dash and run as fast as possible. So stage 3 I'm gonna start to catch more extra Pepsi cans in order to gain the lives, and also I have an opportunity to get hit 3 times in the game before I die. So another way to keep safe. Okay, for now I'm gonna go for some Pepsi cans in order to have an extra life. And well, every time you gain 10 Pepsi cans, your health is filled. Okay, I have to jump, and I don't know why the game hasn't recognized my input. So for now I'm gonna go for some Pepsi cans because I just have 2 lives. And I'm gonna get a game over screen. So now I have 25 Pepsi cans, I'm gonna be able to gain a life, and I'm gonna try to upload the other one that's done. Have more time counting at the end of the stage, and there's the people on the building. Now it's time to go to the for the second boss of the game, and let's see which surprises the game has. Okay, Pepsiman can fall from a high building and don't receive any kind of damage, just a kind of good superhero. And now we have this red pizza truck that, again, Pepsiman can go sideways to keep safe. You need to associate that all boss battles are like this, which is something ridiculous. And obviously all these elements around the street makes that these battles can be a bit tricky and a bit hard, because once you get hit at least one time, it makes that the boss battles turn harder. But if my muscular memory doesn't fail me, I'm gonna remember where all these tracks are, and that's not bad because I got so close. And as I've said before, you just need to get hit. I just need to get hit 3 times in order to fail this. There are that big bottles, that they cannot make me damage, but they make that I stay on my place and I get more close to the boss. So unfortunately, I trap one of them, so I just have 2 hits and then that was the game over. But it's okay, I'm gonna finish under my estimate if everything goes fine. Everything is calculated, so we don't need to be worried about the attacks. And okay, we're safe. Second pass defeat. Now, up to this point, we have beaten a half of the game. Let's go for the second half of the game.
Pepsi for TV game.
And remember guys, Pepsi for TV game. It's time to go and watch here this nice cutscene for the stage number 3.
Pepsiman, a plane full of passengers had to make an emergency landing in the desert. We were on our way there when the helicopter broke down. Fortunately, no one was hurt or killed, but in the middle of nowhere, right in the middle of the desert, and they are all exhausted. Another helicopter is on the way, but it looks like it's going to take some time. Isn't there anything we can do to help them until that helicopter arrives?
Nice English, by the way. So again, trying to say this in shorter words, well, emergency landing, nobody was really killed, that was good, but looks like Pepsiman is more faster than any helicopter. And on this first part I'm taking some damage on purpose. This is just to go in order to go a bit safely, because if I got hit for one of these trucks, it means I'm gonna get an instant death. And now we start again with this kind of truck that looks like the drivers are noticing that all the stuff that they are having on the truck is falling down and it's hitting Pepsiman, because it looks like Pepsiman is a rude guy and he doesn't want to go on sideways to be safe, and he prefers to keep walking and running on the road. So again on this stage I'm gonna get some extra Pepsiman since I just have 2 lives. I'm gonna see if I can do more frame perfect trick. Okay, that's good. Because as you have seen with these woods, some of them the game forces you to make and slide, and others of them may force you to just jump over there. And on the ones that I am suppose that I need to jump over them, there's a frame perfect window in order to make and slide and go down of them without any big issues. Unfortunately I was able to get it. And now I need to escape from this motorcycle guys that looks like they got mad because I have to took all their Pepsi cans, or it doesn't matter if you don't take it then. Obviously they're gonna be mad, and if they hit you that means that you're gonna lose a life. Now here. And now we enter to the most ridiculousness part of the game, and also the most trickiest part of the game. Now it's usually that, at least for me, I start to have some issues here. Because now we are in the middle of here or nowhere. Trying to avoid all the rules and getting trolled by the stage this way. Also, you can avoid some obstacles and some enemies, but if you get hit as you have when you start the stage, unfortunately makes that the cycles are not affected, but at the same time, if you have some kind of timing for your movements, if you got hit, obviously that means that you need to change your strategy, because now everything's gonna somehow different. So comparing this with other stages, most of the Pepsi cans are so close to get, are so close to them, so that's something good if you're going for all the Pepsi cans. So for now, again, I'm gonna try to get more of them, because on stage 4 and 2 we're gonna have a hard part of the game, and one that failed that. And again, the game dropped my sliding for this. Okay, with this now I'm gonna be able to gain 2 extra lives. So that's enough. This is a tricky part of the stage. Okay, it doesn't matter that I got hit there. Thanks to that big rocks, I'm gonna be able to skip them more easily. Any kind of big issues, because if I got hit by one of that big rocks, that means that we are gonna lose a life. And well, yes, this game is for the PlayStation 1, so Japanese is the title. We recommend it to play huge. Well, if to this point you haven't found any kind of logic on this game, believe me. Now we start with the most weirdest and ridiculousness part of the game, because actually I'm fully aware that this is something that cannot happen in real life. And yes, this is the third boss of the game, and also the first tricky boss. Also, I don't know if you have noticed, but up to the right on the screen there's a kind of meter that tells you how far of the goal, how far of the end of the stage you are. And also on the regular stages there's an in-game timer to know how much time it takes to you to beat the stage. So if I don't get hit, I'm gonna be glad. Yes, if I get hit at the end, I'm gonna be mad. continue on this part and save. It doesn't matter if I get hit. Fortunately, I haven't got hit, so that's something good. And now it's time to move to the last stage of the game. And well, for this last cutscene, I'm not gonna explain everything. I'm gonna resume everything again, but just put attention and make your own conclusion about the logic of this title. And now we're gonna have another good life lesson right now. And that lesson is
Pepsi for pizza.
Pepsi for pizza. Remember guys, if you're gonna eat some pizza, sorry, you need to drink some Pepsi. And now it's time to watch the last cutscene of the history mode. I'm not gonna say anything, take your conclusion.
Pepsiman, it looks like the main computer of Pepsi City went out of control a little while ago from being overloaded. All the roads are affected by the computer and we can't move ahead. There isn't enough Pepsi for everyone, and violence has flared up amongst those wanting Pepsi. Exhausted people are collapsing because they can't refresh themselves with Pepsi. If it continues like this, there will be a worldwide shortage of Pepsi, and we'll have a real problem. Can't you do something to put the computer back in working order?
You have heard in conclusion, guys. It doesn't matter what happened in the world. There's gonna be a big problem if the world runs out of Pepsi. And now it's time to show, well, in a while we're gonna show you how does Pepsi solve this, which is kind of useless, okay? But that's the point of the game, so it shouldn't surprise to us. Now something that I have forgot to mention is that on this part that Pepsiman is trapped on a trash can, for some reason the controls are inverted. I mean, if I press the left, right button, so yeah, this is illogical. And also, you cannot have a kind of chain of continuous dashes. So unfortunately here I'm not gonna have the no distance, so if I jump over the hand, so I need to wait some frames in order to perform again the dash, because also when Pepsiman finishes the dash, he loses a little amount of speed, so if I try to jump or move to another side, maybe I'm not gonna reach some parts and I'm gonna fall in some holes, but fortunately nothing about that happened here, so that was kinda good. And now it's time to move to the last scene of the game, talking about regular stages. And well, at the end we're gonna have the most hardest part, and obviously I'm not gonna tell anything until I reach that part. So now we are on the So now we are into the Pepsi factory, and again Pepsiman is going for the way that he should be in there. This tube sport is amazing and hard. You keep dashing, so just for safeness and process, I'm going to take some big risks. gonna just do a save state just in case. It's supposed that save states are banned, but for marathon purposes, doesn't matter a lot. This would make save state just in case. Because now I'm gonna be quiet, this is for the start of the game. There we go, I got it the first time, so it wasn't necessary that I used the save state. So now all the regular stages, well, all the regular scenes have been beaten, and as you have saw, we have looked for some master hacking abilities that Pepsiman has to repair the central computer of the Pepsi series. And now we're gonna go for the last boss of the game, which again, I don't understand how this really works. Because from nowhere, the big Pepsi can falls down again, and if it's not some little Pepsi can is gonna start to roll. So, well, I hope that the staff gets ready for the time. And also, as you have saw when I beat the stages, the game turns into a kind of widescreen mode, which I don't have a control Pepsiman, so time is gonna finish on that part when I lose the control Pepsiman and the game turns into a widescreen mode, and then we're gonna see the last good scene and the grades of the game that's gonna take between 1 to 2 minutes, I don't remember correctly. And with that we're gonna be done with the good scene incentive also. Ready for the time, and time.
27:01.
27:01. That's not bad. That's good. I mean, my average. I'm doing this with good sense between 26 to 28 minutes. So in some way, I'm glad that I got that 27, even with the deaths and the fails that I got here. So now it's time to watch the last cutscene of the game.
You got it! Yeah!
And obviously that I have got it. That was something cool. That was something nice. That's something amazing. It's something that nobody
Everybody
can
Pepsi.
do
Drink
so
Pepsi.
easily. Remember, guys, everybody Pepsi and drink Pepsi.
Pepsi. Only my choice.
And also based on another run that I have saw from our marathon, from the runner The Boix, who also runs this game. And he said that he talked in Twitter with the actor that we have saw on screen, talking about some stuff of the game, and the actor, as you have seen on the credits, his name is Mike Butters, and the voice actor was Jack Evans. He asked Mike Butters about some stuff of the game, and he told that the Japanese director of the game said that he needed to act as spoiled as he can, and the good part is that he got it. And I'm fully aware that it's not something good for the health to drink some Pepsi. And well, now that we're going close to the ending of the game, I'm gonna say some faster words on it. First of all, I'm glad that I got into the Keizathon. Also, my PB is at 21:27, bracket sense, world record in 54 if I remember correctly. And well, I need to say that I'm glad that I got into this marathon, because also I got some testicular problem some years ago, back in 2011. Also, we got a surgeon next to it. It was varicose failure, which is kind of problem with the left testicle. Fortunately, it was solved, but then back in 2004 I got the same issue again. So I understand in some way how those Keiza is in this moment, and I think that everybody is happy because we are helping him with his medical bills, because this is a very big health problem. And well, that's enough for my part. That's everything. I'm Go Senpai, or unfantasmamas. You can follow me on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/unfantasmamas, and also if you have some questions about the game, feel free to ask to me. I also run Crash Bandicoot games and another PS1 and NES game. So well, that's Pepsiman for my part, and see you guys. Keep donating and keep watching the marathon.
Alright. Thanks for, well, glad.